All right, this is our very last section of this chapter, guys, and today we're going to talk about how we can draw a polygon on a coordinate plane. And then once we've drawn it on our coordinate plane, we're going to then find the area of the shape that we have drawn, or the polygon that we've drawn. So our goal is that you can draw a polygon given the vertices in a coordinate plane, and you can also find the perimeter and area of that polygon. So our steps today for drawing a polygon in a coordinate plane. First, we need to plot and label the vertices, or the points, on the coordinate plane. Then second, we need to connect the points to form a polygon. So it's kind of like playing a game of connect the dots. Okay, so first we're going to look at all of our vertices here. Remember, in a coordinate plane, we have our x-axis and our y-axis. And when we are given a vertice, or an ordered pair, a vertice is just another word for a point. So an ordered pair is what makes up our vertice, or our point. And we're always given an x and a y coordinate, and they're always in that order. So our first job is to plot and label the vertices. So let's go down the line here, and we're going to label each of these points. Okay, so point 1, remember, our first number is our x coordinate, so x is our x-axis, so over 1 and up 2. And we're going to label that point J, because that's what they have named this vertice, is J. Okay, now let's plot our second point. 7, 2. So we're going to go over to the right 7 on the x-axis, and then up 2. So our point is going to be right here on 7, 2, and that's going to be labeled K, because that's the name of that vertice. Okay, L, my ordered pair says 7, 8, so we're going to go over 7 and up to all the way up to 8. And we're going to label that one L. And then M is 1, 8. And we're going to label that one M. Okay, now the second step is that we need to connect the points to form a polygon. So we're going to go from J to K to L to M and back down to J. So now we're going to use this picture to help us find the perimeter and the area. So remember, when we have a shape on a grid, we have no labels for inches or centimeters or feet. All we have is little square units. So we need to count them ourselves. So you always start at the corners and you count from one corner to another corner. And if we're trying to find the perimeter is just the distance around the outside of that shape. So in this one, let's go ahead and start from J, and let's just count. So we start at the corner and we're at 0, and every time we move over one line, we count just like on a number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one has a side of 6. Let's count up from K to L. Okay, start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we also have a side of 6. So what shape are we going to be dealing with here if we have a base of 6 and a height of 6? That means it must be a square. So this side is also going to be 6, and this side is also going to be 6. So the perimeter is just the distance around the outside. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, or in other words, 6 times 4. So we know that 6 times 4 is 24, and this is just going to be units. Perimeter is not units squared. Perimeter is just a distance, so it's just units. If we want to find the area, remember, area, what's my area formula for a square? A equals S squared. So if we plug in our side is 6. So 6 squared is the same thing as 6 times 6. So 6 times 6 is 36 units squared. Let's try another one. Okay, number 2. We're going to first plot our points. So our first point is G, which is on 0, 4. So 0 is, we're not going to move to the right at all, and we're going to go up 4 spaces right there, and that's going to be G. Second point is H, which is 0, 6, and that's going to be H. Third point is J, which is going to be over 9 and up 6. Right there. And we're going to call that one J. And K is 9, 4. So we're going to go over 9 and up 4. Oops, up 4. And now we need to connect the dots. Okay, so if we connect all the dots following or staying on those lines the best that we can, this is going to make a rectangle. So we need to first find the perimeter of the rectangle. So let's count the length of our base. Oh, and I forgot to label this one as K, sorry. So we need to count the length of our base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can go ahead and label that as a 9. And the height of my rectangle is 1, 2. So if this is a rectangle, that means the top is also going to be 9, and the side is also going to be 2. So if I add those up to find the perimeter, I have 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 2 is 20, plus another 2 is 22. So 22 units is the perimeter. And if we want to find the area, remember my area formula for a rectangle is what? Base times height. So if we plug in our base is 9 times, my height is 2. So 9 times 2 is 18 units squared. So I want you to go ahead and try the last two on your own. They might be different shapes. You're going to have to find out by plotting each of the 4 points and label the vertices with your letters. And then once you've plotted the points, remember you're going to then connect the dots or the points to form a polygon. Once you have formed a polygon, we're going to find the perimeter and the area. Remember, perimeter equals distance around the outside, and the area equals space in the middle, or in other words, the inside of the shape. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and give these two a try. When you're finished, go ahead and get on to Khan Academy and practice a little bit. We will go over the pause and tries shortly together.